Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more blueprints. Today, we're going to be continuing to try to solve that core theorem. The family core, I should say. I have a pretty good idea about how to solve it, and, I spent some time last time, getting as much of it done as I could, but then again, it was also 3 a.m. then, and I know I made some mistakes, so today, I'm planning to hop into another day and try at it once again. Now, I do believe that I, basically after I ended the stream, I realized that I was still in that day and hadn't really done anything, so I alt forward, so I don't think that day actually counted. So, I guess let us continue with day 166. I think what I might do is, draft first and try to, get the vault and look at the core while I'm doing it. Just so that people can, understand what I'm trying to do a little bit more. Let me tell you, it's so much nicer playing normal mode than dare mode. We'll see how curse mode goes. That'll be very interesting. And it's not a big deal if we can't find the vault. I'll just do it in a different room. Let's do this. We can increase our lock picking skills by 10. Sure, we can grab the trophy room here. That's good. Oh, Volt, where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. I'll take the pool room, I suppose. Why not? Sure. Two steps left. I'm usually amazed at how often you get the exact rooms you're hoping for. I'm sure tonight too. Sometimes it works out really well. Sometimes it really doesn't. It just is the way the game is, I suppose. Okay. Alas. I guess I have one more chance through this door. Nope. But that's alright. we'll just start trying to solve this code while I'm just sitting in the bedroom. Sand. That would be 19, 1, 14, 4. So that's probably 19 minus 11 times 4 divided by 4. So that would be 8, which would be H. Okay, so those two letters seem to be correct. So it looks like the first line is shill, S-H-I-L-L, which, I'll be honest, I can't, remember the textbook definition of, so let me remind myself. An accomplice of a hawker, gambler, or swindler who acts as an enthusiastic customer to entice or encourage others. Or the act or work as a shill. Now this is one of the words that I was really messing up on, is this clam here. So that would be 3, 12, 1, 13. So I guess first let's try 3 times 12 divided by 1 minus 13. So that would be 36 minus 13, which would be 23. Oh, okay, that works. So that would be W. Oh, okay. Oh, what if... Interesting. So now I have shill water, but maybe it's supposed to be still instead of shill. So that would mean I messed up date. Pretty sure it is supposed to be still, but it wouldn't be according to the rules of core theory, because to get a T where the H should be, you would need to have 4 plus 1 times 20 divided by 5, which would be 20. But as it stands, it's actually 4 minus 1 times 20 divided by 5. But I'll keep shill for now, just in case. Stillwater tints blueprints. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that tints is correct because it seems like it fits there. I can come back to that if I need to. Made. That would be 13, 1, 9, 4. Oh, okay. It could be A, right? So 13 minus 9. 13 times 1 minus 9 would be 4. Divided by 4 would be 1, so A, which is not what I had. So let me go to the next one, rock. Rock is one that I didn't figure out before. 1815, 3, 11. Okay. So 18 minus 15 would be 3. Divided by 3 would be 1. Times 11 would be 11. So that would be K blank. That makes sense. Still water tints blank. And then the last line I had as UOODS, but I don't think that's correct. So hand. That would be 8, 1, 14, 4. Could be 8 times 11. No, it couldn't be. Oh, 8 times 11 divided by 4 minus 4. So 88. 88 divided by 4 minus 4. Ah. So that'd be 18, which would be R. And I had that as U before, so that does change stuff. Ooh, it could be maybe still water tints or blank. Well, I'll continue ciphering. I was going to say roots like in the root cellar, but that wouldn't make much sense to me. Clay. Clay would be 3, 12, 1, 25. So I think last time I did 31 minus 21 to 10. Then divided by 2 to 5 times 5 for 25. No, I didn't do that. But that would give me 25, so I'll keep that in mind. Oh no, what I did was 31 minus 21 times 2, so 20 divided by 5 for 4. Which I guess would work in theory. Which would be D. And then the last one being... let me just make sure that works in my head. 31 minus 21 equals 10 times 2 equals 20 divided by 5 equals 4. Yeah, that works. It appears to me that the last one is ROODS. Can I have the D, or I should say clay, be equal to 20 instead of 4? Let's find that out real quick. 31 minus 21 would be 10. Divided by 2 would be 5. Times 5 would be 25. But that would be Y. Ruiz. I mean, it could just be Roods because T is hard to make. And so I'm supposed to imply it's talking about roots. Okay, so it really does look like the message is shill water tints blank Roods. So SHILL, which I'm thinking is supposed to be still. STILL WATER TINTS BLANK ROODS. And I'm assuming that shill means still and roods means roots. Like the root cellar. Now, knowing that, what am I supposed to do? So the first thing that comes to mind is trying to like somehow get water into the root cellar. Well, I think that's all we can do today. I think what I'm gonna do is try to get the root cellar next day and see if we can like do anything in there. The only way I can like think of manipulating water is manipulating the water levels in the pump room, and then there's also the watering can. But for now, let's call it a day by looking at our map once again. I didn't know you could do this, actually. I'm surprised that this is allowed. Pretty sure this isn't normal. You see that? The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Oh, that is right. I did not ask anything. But I did completely bungle the ending screen. Oh, here we go. Continue. Oh no, I hope this doesn't stay. Okay, good. Day 167. Very rich indeed. Okay. First, let's try to get some dice from the boudoir. And then we can try to draft the root cellar. If there is something to do in the root cellar, I wouldn't be surprised, because the root cellar is one of those rooms that I've always been like kind of disappointed in, because it doesn't seem like it affects the game that much. So knowing that there's a secret in there, or if there is a secret in there, I think that would be really cool. And it also makes sense because it's a rather old room. So, like, it would make sense that Lady Orovai would be able to hide something in there. The root cellar. Still water. This is still water here. Tints blank roots. Huh. Blank roots, huh? I didn't even know that this was here. Search continues. Author and illustrator whose fanciful stories name Marion Marigold was last seen by a M Friday get into a carriage after a late blank. No sign has been found yet. With a underline under sign. Now, how to get still water in here? Maybe I need to refill the watering can using this this bucket here. Maybe there's something at the bottom of this bucket. Guess we can only find out by trying to get the watering can this run. That being the case, let's go ahead and make Banner of the King choose green rooms. Hopefully get some spare verandas and the real veranda. Conservatory. How do you feel about that? I'm not sure if I want to waste a gem on it right now. Ooh, Lost and Found might have the watering can. Let's check. It does. Okay. So first things first, let's go down there and try to like use the watering can to splash water on stuff. That might not work. But it's worth a shot. Okay, so I did pour water in this room. Doesn't seem to have changed anything on this portrait. Blank roots, huh? Maybe I shouldn't have instantly used the watering can. There are not any roots like on the ground that I can access easily. Still water. So as far as still water goes, I mean, the water in that bucket seems to be still. The water in the well seems to be fairly still. Maybe I need to somewhat drain the fountain again. I guess the water in the reservoir is kind of still too. I'm going to try to fully drain the watering can and then go back to the root cellar. Just like that, it has been drained. Can I refill the watering can at the fountain? No. Let's try refilling it with the water in the root cellar. Oh, there was a reaction from the watering can when you enter the root cellar, so it had to mean something. Yeah, so I'm assuming what that reaction was is that the watering can says the first time you enter each green room, use 1 water to gain 1 gem. And then when that popped that up, I automatically like tried using it, thinking something would happen, but it was just the watering can giving me a gem from the interaction of the watering can, since this counts as a green room. So, but I did technically use the watering can in the green room, but I just don't know about the still water tainting any blank roots. Yeah, that is A-okay. I need to keep track of like which dirt piles are created from the root cellar. You can kind of tell by like roots sprouting from them a little bit. But oh man, I just need the kitchen. For instance, like this pile right here has roots sprouting from it from the root cellar. So I'm not sure if I need to like use the watering can on that spot. Maybe that's worth a try. It could also like mean, for instance, these roots, but I don't think it would mean these roots, just because I don't know why these would be considered blank roots. Blank roots, huh? There's the vault. I could get a bunch of dice, which I guess wouldn't be bad with the laundry room. Let's go ahead and do that. Hello? Thank you. Oh, I did not mean to turn that off. Okay. Let me remind myself what exactly this does. Yes. Oh, swap keys for dice. Oh, but I do want to leave off with some keys. I guess I would leave myself with 2 keys. I think it's still worth it because I might have enough rerolls to just get the what is it called? The kitchen. And I want to get the kitchen just because it will allow me to get the fill up the watering can. I don't know why. My brain was struggling there a little bit. Up through the boiler room. Okay. Let's use some rerolls here. Look at how many volts I'm skipping by now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Refill the watering can. Now I guess we can go back. Or we can continue exploring a little bit more. But if we did explore, what would I want? I'm guessing I would just want to grab a pool room and then a pump room. Let's go ahead and head back to the root cellar with the watering can again real quick though. Oh, and I want to test using the watering can, like specifically looking at some of the root patches. What is a good room to do that on? Maybe this room here? Let's try doing this. And then digging. Nope, did not seem to tend to the roots. What could that mean? Oh. Aha. Simon P. Jones. The besoiled child. I never noticed that. Besoiled? Maybe this is what it was talking about? I wonder if this only showed up because I used the watering can in this room? It does kind of make sense. But I also don't understand how that would help me. But it also wouldn't make sense because I don't believe Baroness Orovai was alive for like during Simon's birth. So if this was a puzzle that the Baroness left behind, then this wouldn't. It would make sense for it to mention Simon. Unless Herbert was lying and he actually did solve the puzzle, which I was kind of like contemplating to myself. It doesn't make sense that Herbert wasn't able to solve the puzzle, given that the code to find the right safe was literally using the same core theorem that is used to solve the 25-word puzzle. But I don't know. Let's dig around in here, I suppose. Actually, first, I'm going to unlock the trunk since I have the car key. What the heck? You seeing this? Well, those references are on the same route, so it's true. I did break the game. I don't know how I broke the game, but I broke it somehow. My magnifying glass, no! I'm losing my stuff. I need to get out of here. I can just imagine Simon dropping his items down into the void. Oh, it is actually a little bit unfortunate that I lost the magnifying glass, but then again, I think like seeing Simon P. Jones, the besoiled child, is the only thing that was like showing up on the pamphlet itself, the poster down there. True. How dare you do that? Oh, I also lost my shovel, so I can't even dig around here anymore. Oh, that is unfortunate. Still water. Still water. Oh boy. And I can't interact with this at all. So before the day ends, I think I will try to draft the pump room and maybe the pool room and the pump room, and make sure that the water level is such that I can like get down into the well area. It might be worth it to draft the root cellar again and just go there with that magnifying glass without pouring any new water and seeing if the, what should I say? See if that lettering is still there without using the watering can. Pump room. Here we go. Okay. So I want to drain the well a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reservoir is at a good level. At least I'm thinking. I'm not thinking that, like, it needs to be at a different level, I don't think. So let's just fill up the aquarium, I suppose. I don't remember seeing any roots in the well. Roots in the tomb. That's a good question. I think I remember seeing some roots in the tomb. That's a good idea. I'm not sure if things revert after being found. My guess is that me finding that had nothing to do with the actual, like, clue, though. I'm pretty sure that's just something I had overlooked because I probably just didn't think to look at the roots until reading that. Okay, I used some of the water in the watering can, but even so, I can't fill up the watering can in this little fountain stairwell. So it really is only the kitchen where you can refill it. Still water tints blank roots. I wish there was a way for me to keep my watering can, but I don't think there is. So with that, let's just call it a day. Day 168. Same old plan, get some dice. I like the tomb idea, so I'm thinking I'll try to draft the tomb today. After we get the dice, I probably will use Banner of the King to make green rooms more common again, to try to get the watering can. Oh my. I mean, I guess I might as well choose this. Well, that's odd. Why is there a 7 here? Do we have letter number 7? I think that might be the letter we're missing. 7, huh? Oh, keep that in mind. Barely. Blank roots. I guess one thing I didn't try yesterday is to use the watering can on the roots of the tree outside, the big tree on the driveway, but I still don't feel like it would do anything. Trying to remember if there are any roots in the little underground area over there. Let's go find out. Or even, I wonder if there are roots this way. Are there any roots down here? Maybe another thing that comes to mind is... no, that wouldn't make sense. I was thinking about, like, the root words of Eurasian sentences. But I don't think that makes sense, because they wouldn't be blank. Unless there is the Eurasian word for blank, and I'm just not remembering. I'm drawing a blank as to what it would be. And thus ends the run. Unfortunately. Guess there could be a key card up here, so might as well check. But even if there is, I don't think I have enough steps. Goodbye, Alzara. You will be missed. Well, yeah, that's it for today. Saw a lot of things that I don't think will help me very much. It didn't seem like there was too much to use the watering can on in the tomb. But I also might just be incorrect about trying to use the watering can, period. Let's call it a day. And do one more. The Garden Castle. Wow, the game is being really buggy today. Day 169. Well, I have a couple things I could do. I could, as we talked about before, use Blessing of the Monk on the foundation to get in the outer room. Then go and enter the basement area of the foundation and look at the paintings. And I think they're blank. And then I could try to use the water on those blank paintings. I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch. I could try to draft the root cellar and look at the piece of paper without using the watering can and see if it's still there. The Simon and Child of the Soil. I think I'll do that before I like move the foundation. If we can't find anything today, I might double and triple check my core theorem math just to see if anything changes. But I'm not sure if anything will. Here's the root cellar again. I don't have a magnifying glass, but let's go ahead and take a look at the root here. Yeah, I still see Child, Simon P. Jones, Soiled Child. I better not find a turnip in here. Good. I checked the definition of bespoiled, and it says bespoiled means to be covered or stained by soil, dirt, or filth. It can also imply sullying or making something dirty, which makes sense in the room with so much dirt. I mean, yeah, that could make sense. It almost makes me wonder if, like... Maybe someone of one of the families was against the marriage of the two families, the marriage between the Epsons and the Joneses, not the Joneses, the Mount Hollies and the Epsons. That could be it. But then again, why would it be there? And who would write that? Because, like, both Herbert and Clara Epson were the ones who were living in the house, and they seemed, you know, all right with it. It could be, like, I don't know. Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. All of a sudden, there's a Harry Potter blood purity element. I don't know. The thing about that theory is that it doesn't make any sense, like, compared to the rest of the game. Yeah, it sounds like that, doesn't it? But it seems like everybody was generally supportive of the marriage, unless it was specifically like the children of Blackwater, the children of Blackbridge, like the group who stole the crown. But those are friends of Mary's, so I don't think that would like be the case. It could have also been something. So there was that little note in there saying that no notes of Mary have been found, right? So maybe the inspector went into that room, didn't find anything, and then marked something down saying like bad stuff about Simon. So maybe it was the Red Guard inspector who said that stuff. But I'm not sure. Huh. Well, I almost wonder if Roots could be talking about the family cores of the other family members in the 46th room. Like maybe we use the watering can in the 46th room to reveal something about the other cores, maybe. But I don't think any of those are necessarily blank. Does that lever have a 7? This one? That's a good question. I don't see any numbers next to this lever. But I wonder if you need to flip all the levers in order somehow. That might be interesting. Oh, so I'm looking up what a rood is, right? An R-O-O-D. I was thinking that it might just be like, since shill was, I assumed would be still. I assumed that there might be a couple spelling errors in it. But the rood is a crucifix, especially one positioned above the rood screen of a church, or a beam over the entrance to the chancel, or a measure of land area equal to 1/4 of an acre. Oh, it can also be any various units of land or any various units of length, especially a British unit equal to 7 or 8 yards or sometimes a rod. Well, it possibly being a unit of length makes me think of all the arrows scattered around the house, right? Because, like, those are blank units of length. Huh. So maybe I'm supposed to, but still water. Or maybe if there are no spelling errors, it should be shill water, but I don't know what shill water is. But if I'm assuming it's still water, maybe I'm supposed to use the watering can on those arrows? There's the casino. I can't afford it though. No. Oh, would you look at that? So that's pretty fancy. Power hammer has been checked. And with that, we called it a day. I think we have time for one more. Oh my gosh, it is getting pretty late though. One more day. Day 170. Oh, here's the greenhouse. Very nice. Let's hope there's the watering can in here. Aha! Here it is. The 3 dice. Interesting. More experiments indeed. Now, where's a good room to test this watering can theory in? Now I need to think back to all the places I've seen the random arrows. I know that there's some in the workshop. But I guess I'll continue drafting to see if I find any more. Well, here's a coat check. Okay, I can grab the power hammer. I think this might be the first time I've had the jackhammer and the power hammer together. That's pretty cool. Okay, first let's flip the lever. Then let's see if we can bust anything down. It's looking grim as to if I can use the power hammer. I wonder, are there numbers anywhere else in this room? Not seeing any more numbers, but it could be that I'm being a little bit blind. Can we use the watering can on any of these? Probably not. Doesn't look like it. Here's the sauna with its little arrows. Doesn't look like I can do anything with them either. So, I don't know. I don't know. I could also be, you know, off on the actual deciphering I did. So I guess between now and next time, I will try to take some more time to look at this and ensure my math is all correct. Because it could be that I am making this way a bit harder for myself than it should be. But with that being said, I think I'm going to call it a night. I probably will end up streaming tomorrow since I didn't stream Monday. But whatever it is I decide on, I will send out an announcement on the Discord. If any of you are watching on YouTube, you should join the Discord and, you know, chat it up. I usually stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays between 9 and 11:30 CST. So feel free to stop by then. And with that being said, I'll head out. Bye.